Hey everyone, it's James Kazao, or Teddy, aka James Kazao and Mtgo, coming back to play some Grixis Control and Legacy. And big meta shakeup, they just released the 401k Warhammer cards on Mtgo, kind of out of nowhere. We weren't really expecting it to happen anytime soon, and then they were just like, hey, here they are. So a lot of new cards hit the meta, like Canoptic Scarab Swarm, Triumphs of St. Catherine, Moloch. But most pertinent for Grixis Control, we're getting Chaos Defiler, which is 3 black-red for a artifact creature, just like Baleful Strix, gets around that Lodestone Golem. 5/4 trample, respectable clock for sure. And Battle Cannon, when it enters the battlefield or dies, for each opponent, doesn't really matter outside of Commander so much, but you choose an on-land permanent, and then you destroy it. It's not going to really be at random because we're only going to have one opponent in these leagues. So this does a few things for Grixis that we're often not really able to do, like destroy enchantments or planeswalkers. I guess we could always do that, but yeah, mostly enchantments is the big one. And it also gets around stuff like hexproof, ward, because you're choosing, you're not targeting. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. I have a few reservations about the card, mostly it being a 5-drop for essentially like a Ravenous Chupacabra effect, but I think that is small beans when you think about how cool this card is, so I'm really excited to jam it. I could only get one for this record, but yeah, maybe I'll have some more in future videos. I'm just throwing it in. I'm taking out the other 4-drop that I usually have in the big bomb slot. Has good synergy with Kolaghan's command. If it dies, you can pick it up. I don't really have any ways to sacrifice it myself, but if someone like tries to like destroy it and it's not white-based removal, we'll probably get 2 triggers off this thing. Anyways, everything else is pretty normal. I'm still rocking Force of Despair because even outside of the Goblins matchup that it was meant for, it's actually pretty relevant against other decks. Like Mississippi River doesn't like Force of Despair because at the end of the day, when they're done cascading and all that, you can just Force of Despair or even destroy their Emrakul. And then the other cool card I'm trying out is Nile Spellbomb, because the other 401k card I forgot to mention, Poxwalkers, has hit Mtgo and has caused a resurgence in Mafut's Van Gogh style blue dredge decks. And also just having a big graveyard wipe is super nice when you're playing against Reanimator like multiple times in a league. Especially against Reanimator, since they're dependent on free discard spells like Grief and Unmask to check your hand and then go off. Just having a Spellbomb sit in play insulates you from discard effects and stuff like that. The other mass grave wipes in Grixis are usually at 3 mana, like Ashiok is a really cool card with a passive, but it's too slow. Meta's super fast right now. And then there's, of course, Hidetsugu Consumes All, which is like a grave wipe, which is not only 3 mana, but also kind of suspend 1. So I think Nile Spellbomb is probably the most useful, even though as a maxim I just kind of try and avoid artifacts with activated abilities just to shut off a whole realm of hate. But it's not really that relevant. People aren't really going to try and Collector Roof us or anything. And Collector Roof is not really in graveyard decks that much. Yeah, I've already started to ramble, so let's just start playing some Chaos Defiler. Alright, welcome to Chaos Defiler Grixis Control. And we got 3 out of the 5 lands necessary to cast one. Force of Will, Ponder. Seems like we might make it happen this game. We'll see. And of course, since Wasteland is everywhere, we're going to lead on a basic island. Yeah, this all looks good to me. Just in case we need double force to beat a turn 1 combo. Put Strix in the hand here. What the hell? Oh, it's a basic swamp. And a Lotus Petal. Uh-oh. And another Lotus Petal. Something is happening. Is it Doomsday? Basic swamp not usually in Doomsday. Dark Ritual, yeah. Is it a Natty Tendrils? That would be insane. Although they won't have enough cards in hand for that. Red. Sire of Insanity. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm countering that. And I guess I'm pitching Strix. See if they move to reanimate it now. This is an old school reanimation target. It's like really, really powerful against blue decks, but if I do have the option to just bounce it before the end step, it doesn't really do anything. Okay, what was after that? Shoot, I'm trying to think. Oh, it was Basic Island. I don't think we need that against Reanimator. I think we'll be fine with 3 lands. Underground Sea. Uh-oh. But nothing. Okay, that's good. I really want to Surveil, but then I won't have red mana. I think it's actually okay to play Bowmasters here. We'll get a Badlands. Blue mana. I wonder if that is just for show and tell on the sideboard, or if they have to actually have cantrips. I don't think they have Brainstorm, or else they would have cast it in response to Bowmasters here. The monster they have in the bin is very susceptible to Brazen Borrower. I never realized it has 4 toughness either, so Bowmaster Ping plus Lightning Bolt takes it out. This was the days of the Rakdos branding when they were still like a they were just like more insane. Now they're just like a circus, it feels like. Probably take Force of Will here. Yep. And a concession. Yeah, I mean, I flash in Brazen Borrower. I'm smashing for 5 a turn, plus Lightning Bolt. That's 3 turns. I don't know. Still feels like Reanimator has some draws that can get out of that. But it's really stacked for Reanimator because it's like the most popular deck right now. And tricky Reanimator too, which is why we have Spellbombs I talked about in the deck, of course. Flusterstorm, sure. I guess I'll take 1 Red Blast, but it doesn't seem like it's always that effective against Reanimator. And it might be time to reevaluate the Red Blast count, which was always just like non-negotiable, always 3. And maybe that's still true, just because Murktide decks are so popular. But I don't know. Unfortunately, got to cut Chaos Defiler. That is a very sad thing. And then I can also cut Kolaghan's Command, Jace, Molten Collapse, Basic Mountain, and 1 Lightning Bolt. If they mulligan, I'll keep this, but... Or will I? It's just a Thoughtseize. Double Bolt. We can do better. Yeah, I guess this is better. I'll throw back an island. It's the same thing of having like protection on if we get to untap, basically. They're down to 4. It might be hard for them to pull off a turn 1 play like this. And if we can just sit Spellbomb and play, then... Although they did show me blue mana, so Flusterstorm might be more safe. It's tough, but in general I like to lean on Spellbomb just because they can't then like discard spell you and go for a win. It also is really good against Exhume, any tricky Exhume stuff, but I think all that will be really hard to do on 4 cards. Pedal. We got Entomb and Reanimate here. We got Dark Ritual. We got Shieldred. We sure do. We can beat this. We have 2 Edicts in hand, but we're going to take a lot of damage, and they might gain a lot of life in the meantime. But, you know, I think we'll be okay. Thoughtseize, really bad draw. And given that we have 2 Edicts, I'm just going to run this Spellbomb out. If they draw a discard spell, unless it's frickin' Cabal Therapy, I think we'll be fine. And if it is Cabal Therapy, they're not going to name Shieldred's Edict, are they? Cabal Therapy has kind of been absent from the meta. Ouch. Strix, not a bad draw. Not always great against Shieldred though, because they can just not attack and have her passive do all the work. My hand is incredibly black. Yeah, this is a weirdly good hand for what they had. I was kind of sketched out at first. And we would have been able to do it with that first hand too. We just would have had to double bolt Shieldred, which is not great. Delta. Reanimate. I'm gonna let that happen too. I'm just gonna Edict it. Even up the life total a little bit. I'm gonna go to 9, which is like not really a big deal. Bolt, sure. And I could have done that on my upkeep actually, but if I drew something better, then I would have rather done that. All right. Okay, you got me. It'll take a lot for them to rebuild from here, though. This Thoughtseize is not looking great, though. Ooh, Ponder, that's nice. Yeah. I'm not always the most optimistic about Strix dealing 17 points of damage. I guess it could be 14 if I just send a bolt skyward. Given this taps me out of Flusterstorm too, I'll just Thoughtseize and hope they didn't draw land. Yeah, alright, you're welcome. Jeez, that was dumb. I mean, I think it's fine. I think it's a fine play, but it is, yeah, regrettable that I just did that for them. And then I think, unless they make a lot more... No, yeah, I think the pitch is just Flusterstorm, since Spell Pierce can hit Animate Dead, and Flusterstorm cannot. Another Force, that's nice. Alright, let's get to going. It's not unheard of for Reanimator's top 15 cards to be just totally bunk in this scenario. I need to exile that Archon somehow, though. Okay. Strix's job getting considerably easier. Grief. Rather annoying. But I don't mind it. One force down, it's fine. Yeah, they're really working my permission here. That's okay. They're back to 0 cards, however... Okay, yeah. They trust my top decks will be good enough. And, yeah, I guess they were going to be okay. But I do really like the Reanimator matchup, especially now that I'm like pretty tech to fight it now, just because it's so prevalent in the leagues. So yeah, cool. Win the first match, let's keep going. Well, welcome back for match 2. And I have 3 lands and a Kolaghan's Command. What could go wrong? And a Brainstorm if we need to switch it up. Another basic Swamp Start. And a Thoughtseize. Probably taking Brainstorm. Unless this is like Grixis Control. Which I saw a little bit of after the Bosch collab, but not so much anymore. I think people realize that it's not really a, how you say, well-positioned deck. Lord knows I love it, though. I was even playing at Mox kind of after that, and Tournament Organizer came up to me and said that a few people were playing some James Kazao style Grixis, and I was very touched. Yeah, they take Brainstorm. Ooh, Ponder. Well, let me get that Force of Will, or not. If I shuffle, it's a sign of weakness, and they might jam, which I don't want them to do. So I guess I'll just put an edict in my hand, and land number 4. Or I'll put land number 4 in my hand, and have an edict to draw. So if they, like, have an Atraxa and tear up my hand, at least I'll be able to edict the Atraxa. Another swamp, that's interesting. Hymn to Turok. Wild. So now I'm feeling like we're probably up against a, like a Leyline Helm deck, maybe. K-Command is usually okay against those decks. So now they have card advantage and mana advantage. And maybe also opposition agent, so I guess I'll just draw land number 4 again. And if I can get them to waste their whole turn here, that'd be pretty cool. We got some Bowmasters. Yeah, I'll just do this now. No Dark Ritual. They also know I have Lightning Bolt though, so it wouldn't even be that good. Yeah. More him action would be pretty annoying, but right now I feel pretty set up against whatever fair strategy they have here. Hymn to Turok being the most fair card of all time, of course. Okay, they're not making a land drop yet. If they drop like a Shieldred, we'll have a pretty good turn next turn. We'll be tapped out, but still be a pretty good turn. Yep, here we go. Yeah, wow. I'm just calling these shots today. A little unfortunate to not spend my mana right now. I could bolt the army, which I'm guessing I should do since it's a, well, I guess in that case then I can save 2 life too. I can just bolt Bowmasters. And then, yeah, I think this is fine. Oop. Close one. Boom. Bowmasters. A little annoying if they hymn from here. Now I'm feeling like Cling to Dust would be like probably my best draw. If they have another big bomb to follow up and it's not weak to K-Command, then we could be in some trouble. But they're just making a land drop and passing, so I feel pretty good. Opposition agent, maybe still a thing. Ooh, Force of Will. If I need to force, I can K-Command my Brazen Borrower back. And then we'll be like pretty close to equal on cards, I guess. And I don't know if they have another Bowmasters. They have lands. Not hurting for lands. Yeah, I wish I had Cling to Dust here. So if I K-Command and pick up my Borrower, make them discard, I'll be a little soft in the Bowmaster mirror. But I can't just not spend my mana here, especially against a deck with Hymn to Turok in it. And I want my 2-for-1s where I can get them to. And I guess I'll make them think about Brainstorm or something, I don't know. Urborg down. Yeah, they seem flooded. Molten Collapse, cool. I was kind of hoping for a land, because Hardcast Force of Will is just insane. Nothing doing. Yeah, as much as I want to cast Brazen Borrower, it's just too weak to like Bowmasters. Nice. That was a good draw. Whoa, that is a lot of mana. I think I cast this now. They have a window to do something nasty. Window's gone, okay. 2-turn clock thanks to the lightning bolt. Stop on the draw step. Maybe they just saw another land and couldn't take it anymore. That's cool. Okay. So these decks sometimes have Urza's Saga, but I'm really not sure. Mono black, I'm sure they have some reanimation. And Nile Spellbomb is also really nice against decks with like discard effects, because you can sit your answer in play and not have to worry about it getting taken from you. Take a Surgical. Flusterstorm's good against Hymn to Turok. Among other things they could possibly have. Narset, not really great here. Everything just kind of lines up well. You just want to like... Well, I might not have that much mana either. Contractually not allowed to cut Chaos Defiler in a fair matchup. Thoughtseize I don't really like against these decks, especially on the draw. I can cut both of those, and I guess just the other Narset is fine. Okay. Well, gotta throw this one back. They're keeping 7, unfortunately. Okay, I think I can make this work. I think I just get the sewers out of here. No Leyline. Urborg. Thoughtseize. Probably taking Ponder. Oh, they take Bowmasters. That's interesting. Thoughtseize Bug coming in clutch. Now let's Ponder. Yeah, this all looks good to me. Hopefully I shuffle before that bad lands. And I guess I'll put the Spellbomb in my hand. Snap Ponder wouldn't be the worst thing to do on turn 3. Oh, Depths. Okay, now this makes more sense. Do they have a Hex Mage? The One Ring. Wow. Okay, so we're getting some mono black Depths. I did not cut any Borrowers or Shieldred's Edicts. Still going to be a little tricky though. Putting a Snapcaster in my hand. And yeah, now I don't suspect Opposition Agent as much. I guess I move on this now. Get a Volcanic Island. Round out my colors. They might Bowmaster my Bowmaster, but would they have done that if they also didn't have their own? Yeah, I guess so. Here we go. Okay, well. Not feeling great anymore. I need to draw something pretty specific here if I want to try and keep up with this. They're also not making a land drop, which is pretty strange. Another land is not great. Huh. Well, I guess I'll play this Spellbomb. Probably taking these out for the next game, though. Yeah, they're just going to draw an insane amount of cards. And I have to hope that they just kind of like are unable to win and their ring does them in. I don't know. Shieldred's Edict, now not really an out because they have another token to insulate Marriage Lage, so I really need like Brazen Borrower, I guess. 9 cards in hand. They have to have some way to do this, right? It's just so many cards. Dark Ritual. Hymn to Turok. Well, I'll cast my Ambush Viper. Lose 2 lands. And then, I guess see what happens from there. I think if they had Hexmage, they'd probably just slam it here, right? Oh, Plague Engineer. Nasty. It's not Merit Lage, though. This also doesn't have lifelink. It's not like Exsanguinate or Cavalry. And they name Orc, which I'm not that upset about. No attack either. Bolt. Nice. Well, I would trade Snapcaster for any of these, so let's do it. Army token down, sure. They're going to draw. So if they don't make Marilage this turn and also can't cast another ring, Bolt might actually do the job here. Or they could gain life. Ooh, Wasteland, scary. Are they going to use it? Doesn't look like it. Him. Well, I'm doing this. I think this is our best route for victory here. Hopefully they don't follow up with Hexmage, though. Or if they do, hopefully I can... Okay, yeah. No surprise there. And I'm sure they have another ring, right? Yep. Not giving me a chance to draw Nimble Obstructionist. Alright. Given that I'm dead anyways, I'm gonna draw. They can have their Bowmaster ping. I draw Bowmasters, which is not good. But I guess if I draw a Lightning Bolt, could work out. It's not impossible. Did I trim one? No. Okay, how about it? Lightning Bolt? Delta. Shoot. Well, it was close. Alright. I don't think anything really changes. Jace is pretty good. If they like do something like that main phase again to play around something, Jace can come down and bounce Marilage. Maybe Thoughtseize on the play becomes more appealing too. I don't think I can defend Chaos Defiler, unfortunately. And then Surgical also seems pretty poor. Yeah, I think I have made room for a Thoughtseize by doing that. Now that I know they're on Wasteland, it's a little risky, but I do have a lot of cantrip potential, and mulliganing against a Hymn to Turok deck is just kind of rough. That might even make like a... They might even make like a big swing for early Marilage, in which case Shieldred's Edict will be pretty good. Swamp Go. I wonder if it's like a Dark Ritual situation. Let's find out. Okay, not so far. Brainstorm? I wonder. If this misses, I could be in deep trouble. But how else am I going to look at so many cards? I guess ditching one and having a draw step and cling to dust, it's kind of the same thing, right? I'm going to keep it. Okay. Brazen Borrower is nice. Probably don't need 2 forces. Do I need any forces? Yeah, probably. Then having a 1-for-1 answer to him is nice with Flusterstorm there. So yeah, I guess I'll put back Cling and Force. Or is it Bowmasters and Force? Because Cling is a pretty nice grindy tool. But maybe that's just too far off. Yeah. We'll see if I... Yeah, I'll have option to redraw. Yep. Fluster that. Better than losing 2 cards. But yeah, that card is annoying for sure. Used to be our card. Okay, I guess we're just chilling. Scary stuff. Douthie Voidwalker, sure. Probably going to want to hit that with Molten Collapse. How about a land? Ponder's not bad either. It's a little risky, but I think I need to. That hurts. So I guess we'll throw that in the Void. I doubt they'll want to cash in their Voidwalker for a Ponder though, so it could be a lot worse. Alright, they're going to hit for 3 here. Thespian Stage. and another Voidwalker. That's pretty annoying. Oh wait, did I just totally screw up last turn? I think I did, because I probably could have cast a, yeah, I think the Urborg was out, so I totally could have cast Molten Collapse, I think, off this island. Wow, sorry everyone. Okay, let's tighten up a little bit here. But yeah, I think it's time to Edict now. And then I'll untap and Molten Collapse, and then I won't have to feel like I wasted my turn. Or maybe K-Command. Yeah, I think I'll K-Command, make them discard. Or I could probably just take 3 more, right? Hexmage? Yeah, I think that's fine. I have Bowmasters. Interesting to see that run out. Yeah, I think I probably... Well, if they have Dark Depths in hand, I also have Brazen Borrower, which would not be bad. Huh. Force of Will to stop any kind of discard effect. This Voidwalker needs to go, though, because I need Brazen Borrower around for K-Command. Alright. Getting hit for 2, yep. Drawing a Strix. Which I guess I shouldn't dump into a pretty obvious Bowmasters, so I guess I'll just hang out. They might even just fire some at the end of turn here. Try and get to the end of the line here. Yep. This having first strike is also pretty annoying. So as a beater, it's pretty high value. I just really want them to make Marilage. Okay, since they're attacking with Bowmasters, though, that makes this decision a lot easier. They might have more. I hope not. I think this game will just completely come down to... Oh, that's pretty smart. I didn't think about that. Finding the perfect moment for Force of Will. See if they have more Bowmasters. Shieldred's Edict. Sure. Alright. Land is not bad. Especially a mountain at that. Okay, they play a land. Go into combat here. Can I afford to take more damage? Probably a little more. Yeah, I just want to wait to see what they do here. Because if I can make them discard off K-Command, I think that's going to be more valuable. Seeing as Bowmasters is good at fighting Bowmasters, as we all know. Nothing. Okay. Yeah, let's move on that. Try and exhaust their resources as best we can. Okay, they're F6'd. Cool. They ditch a backup Urborg. Okay. Land is nice. So maybe I want to snap K-Command instead. Although playing Strix is pretty cool. Nah, yeah, let's snap K-Command. Oh wait, there's nothing to even take though. I guess I could just shock discard. Or no, I could block with Snapcaster and pick it up. Yeah, that's the move. Plague Engineer. Yeah, they'll probably name Orc. Uh-huh. Alright. Snapcaster Mage. Target K-Command. Now block there. Should probably start being a little more wise with my life total. It looks like they almost started to cast something. Let's do this cool little thing here. Cool. Yeah, these lands are really nice. Play Strix out. Feeling pretty set up now. I mean, they are a combo deck, so you really never know. Thoughtseizes me. Yeah, it's fine. Ooh, they take Brazen Borrower. What could that mean? Are they going to make a move towards Marilage? Entering combat and attacking. I think first I'm going to see if I can Bowmaster this, because blocking Marilage gives you a lot of leeway. Okay, cool. Now what? Blood Chief's Thirst. Okay. Well, now I have Snap Edict, and I'm untapping with Hardcast Force of Will. As long as I don't draw too many more lands, I feel pretty good about this. Lorien revealed, okay. It's a good pitch to Force of Will, but seeing as there's no black crop rotation, I think I'm just going to cast it. Even if their last card is Bowmasters, which it wasn't, I think I'd just force it. Or yeah, I'd have to, or else it would kill me, because I'm at 7. Okay, they're just passing. It's really tempting to play more Bowmasters and really get this clock going. But I just feel like completely in control of this game, so there's really no reason to. Let's brainstorm. Nice. Can put back land and a ponder. Shuffle. Brainstorm again. Yep. Looking good. Put back ponder and Snapcaster Mage. Cast Jace. Brainstorm. Yep. Alright. Not much that can go wrong from here, unless there's like a new card I just didn't hear about, but I'd like to think I'm kind of up on all the Warhammer and Murders at Karlov Mansion stuff. Plague Engineer, that's fine. Choosing Orc, cool. Okay, we dodged Hinbatarok, that's what I was hoping for, because I really didn't want to have to spend 2 cards on that. Just bolt that. Spell Bomb, probably shuffle that away. I really don't think they have any reanimate effects. I thought for sure they would. But yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Seems like a pretty fair take on Mono Black Depths. I'll probably just hardcast Force on everything for the rest of the game. Play Bowmasters when they don't do anything. Or let's just actually kind of get them out of cards. Want that Brazen Borrower back. Another Urborg. I think it's okay to snap Bolt here then. Jace is just giving us so much card advantage. Now, if we had more bolts, we could probably win with Jace right now, but instead we'll just brainstorm. Okay, cool. Bowmasters does not do it. Shuffle. Okay, cool. Not sure what their one card could be, but Force will probably answer it. Okay, cool. Nice long grindy match against Mono Black Depths, and we are now 2-0. Alright, here we go for match 3. We have lost the die roll against a 60 card strategy. Alright, here we go. We've lost the die roll against a 60 card strategy. Open up no Force of Will, but a couple lands and a lot of strong removal. So I guess we'll see what happens here. Fits spell combo, which I haven't seen much of lately, since a lot of the Warhammer cards are very permanent based. Yeah, we'll see. Got a Delta Go over there. Could really be anything. Yeah, I'll take a land. Underground Sea, okay. Troll of Khazad-dûm, okay, probably some kind of scam deck, I'm guessing. Riskaminator. Yep. And now it looks like Bowmasters. Yeah, the desire to surveil is not really outweighing my desire to beat Wasteland. Especially with this Jason hand. Ah, Grief. Okay. Pitching Animate Dead. They take Cling to Dust, so they might be moving to Reanimate here. But maybe not. So I'm guessing their hand is like Reanimation Spell, Bowmasters, maybe Force Blue card. I don't know. Lorien Revealed, okay. Taking Cling to Dust is pretty interesting. Entomb. Okay, that's not good. Yep, that's very bad. I'll move to Edict this right now. Okay. A lot of good shit in there. Yeah, this card advantage is going to be hard to keep up with. Yep. See what they want to take. The other Edict. So I guess their plan is to like stick Atraxa, and now they have Force of Will to back it up. Not a whole lot I can do here. Maybe Thoughtseize is the one thing that'll help. They could just force this though and then Animate Dead. Then I'm hoping they just like kind of whiff on Atraxa, but that's really hard to do. And if they just have like 2 reanimation spells, then like what are we even doing? Yeah, they can just force this pretty freely. Pitching a Brainstorm, so we pretty much know their whole hand. And since we're on the draw, we're just a little behind. Oh wait, are we? Yeah, we're on the draw. So we won't be able to Cling to Dust this Atraxa. They're just gonna go again. Uh-huh. I see Reanimate and Daze, but no Force of Will. That's kind of nice. Maybe they'll take Wasteland. Okay, they're gonna play Delta. Do they want to Reanimate right now? Yep. Tearing up the hand. At least give them the option to take one of these other cards. Okay. Wait, did they take Daze? They did. Grab another red source here. Force of Will. It's a little late. I'm good to pack it up. Yeah, these decks really come at all angles now. It's kind of a winning proposition. But I teched for this, like I talked about. I don't mind Opposition Agent either. Pyroblast is a little weird. It's not as strong as it could be. Then yeah, we're probably just never getting to 5 mana. I think y'all are sensing a theme here. Legacy is just really fast right now. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's so easy for these decks to keep 7 too. Blue-black Reanimator with a mostly fair plan is pretty nasty. Delta go. Okay. Time for the dreaded end-of-turn Brainstorm. Okay. I want to be able to beat Daze with Spell Pierce, so I'm thinking maybe it's not time for Lightning Bolt yet. Or I can probably put a Ponder back. Yeah, redraw land. Okay, they're going to Surveil. And they like the card, they keep it on top. It's kind of worrying. Ponder, sure. Ponder no shuffle. I don't want to draw that Ponder, but I also don't want to play into the Wasteland. So on my upkeep, let's go ahead and get a swamp out here. Okay, Ponder's back anyways. Narset is pretty interesting, but the other cards are pretty uninspiring. I was really hoping to find Cling to Dust or Surgical Extraction, so I'm just going to shuffle. Cool, that is what I wanted. Little action here. One of the nice things about getting what you want off a Ponder Shuffle is it might embolden your opponent to really go for it. Yep. Rainforest Go. Okay. Force of Will. Not bad. I'm going to go ahead and Ponder. Into Bowmasters, of course. How did I know? Despite also being a Bowmaster deck, I'm looking to make a land drop off this Ponder. I don't feel like taking extra damage, so I'm just going to Lightning Bolt this thing. No luck, but these are good cards. So I guess Cling has become our new Spell Pierce. Got a lot of ways to fight. They just have so many dang cards in hand. Wasteland. Animate Dead Troll of Khazad-dûm. I'd really rather extract Orcish Bowmasters, but I also just don't want them to have this troll. It's kind of annoying. So I'm going to try... Well, extracting all the trolls is not so bad either. I really would rather... I wish they were going after Bowmasters. Whatever. This is the right play. And then we don't fight over it too hard. Because of course we can just Edict it. Ah, they had another one in hand. Well, I guess that's not so bad. And then they're done fighting. Okay, so yeah, their hand is mostly lands. They have another Animate Dead. And they have a Daze, which is something we need to be aware of for sure. And yeah, one Atraxa, one Archon, one Hydroblast. Okay. And we knew this was here. Strix should be able to deal with this 1/1 pretty well. Yep. Cantrip off this. Wonder what they picked up. Probably Bowmasters. But hopefully not. Okay, maybe it wasn't Bowmasters. Now we got Snap Surgical, which is cool. Yeah, I wonder what they picked up. I'm very curious. Bowmasters. I think I'm good to force that. Now we'll blow the bomb. We don't get to cantrip, unfortunately. Still with two unknowns over there. It's kind of crazy how many cards this deck has. Then yeah, I'm good to trade here. Alright, the pressure's off. Can we pull ahead? Maybe. If they cantrip looking for their next piece of action. I wish we had more mana though. That Daze is such an annoyance. Nothing doing. How many Bowmasters are down? 2. Yeah, I'll fire these. Another Surgical. You gotta wonder what's in their hand. As long as they're not drawing naturally Bowmasters now, we should be in pretty good shape. Crap. Who knows where they all come from, you know? now get to brainstorm with 2 lands in hand. Yep. Ooh, something's happening. Might be grief. Yep. Grief down. They've taken Snapcaster Mage. I wonder if they have more grief in hand then. I draw Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, I think I'd like information to play on. I've got a funny feeling that they held on to Daze. Interesting, okay. One more Bowmasters, and then Atraxa and Archon to win the game with. We might be able to run them out of threats here. They can't really hardcast Atraxa. Brazen Borrower I'm sure we can deal with. Our life total is getting kind of low though. I'm sure if they like actually cared they would have forced. Yeah, we're in a strange spot here. I doubt they want to petty theft this Snapcaster Mage, so they probably will have to cast Brazen Borrower and try and defend it. Luckily, I don't think they drew Bowmasters. Okay, we hit land number 4. That's pretty good. Can start grinding with Cling now. Yep. Petty theft that. And they force pitching Daze. Okay. Let's Cling to Dust now. I guess hit Brainstorm. Badlands. Yeah, this could be bad. Alright. Thoughtseize. Well, we can Cling to Dust and survive, I guess, but yeah, didn't perform very well this game. When they hit that other Bowmaster immediately, it kind of felt like we lost. And then game 1 was just like Atraxa stuff. Could still always top deck a Bowmasters though. Bolt. GG's. Alright, here we go. Match number 4 up against Larson, who is a master of Cephalid Breakfast. Not sure what he's playing these days. I can't imagine Cephalid Breakfast has a very good matchup against what we just faced, which is like most of the meta right now. Yeah, I'll stick with this in the blind. Portent. Okay. Does that mean they shuffle? Yeah, I think so. I think if you don't shuffle, it says chooses not to use Portent's ability. Okay, I really wanted to land there, because this looks like some kind of Delver deck. Ponder, sure. Ponder, no shuffle, Flooded Strand. We need to start actively looking for lands. Bin that. Cool. Go ahead and Thoughtseize. Okay. Mainboard Pyroblast is pretty wild. I wonder if they would Pyroblast a Brainstorm. No, they'd probably Daze it. Yeah. I don't want to take Force of Will, though. Two Volcanic Islands. holding off on lightning bolt. And passing. Okay. Chaos Defiler. Let's brainstorm. Okay, they will pyroblast there. That's fine. Unfortunately, now they know I don't have any more land drops to make. But they probably could have already guessed that by the way I binned lightning bolt off that surveil trigger. I just want to cast Chaos Defiler. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Now we're just going to chill. I want to be able to stifle a wasteland. And if I don't have to do anything like that, I can just like brainstorm and probably get rid of this force. Because I will cast this Chaos Defiler. I feel like I should apologize for the last match. I just like need to improve my mental against blue-black scam. I just get kind of bored against that deck. But I feel very engaged right now. Okay, they've been a lightning bolt. So they've seen almost all their bolts now. I could stifle this as like a tempo play. Just use my mana, get a 2-for-1. Is that better than brainstorming, I wonder? Because I know their whole hand. I kind of like it. And Obstructionist doesn't do a whole lot else in this matchup. This way I also get to spend 3 mana and ignore Daze. Lightning Bolt, okay. Mountain, great draw. Okay, I want them to see, I want to see if they'll force this. They'll probably just bolt, which might make them feel like it's okay to let this resolve, which would be a pretty big battle one. Cool. Okay, there's land number 5. We might be Chaos Defiling. Okay, now let's try bolting. Cool. Alright, feeling reasonably ahead right now. Okay. So I think the goal is to Chaos Defile this and back it up with Force of Will, since we know their whole hand. And having a 5/4 would be like kind of a big deal. I'll pitch probably Brainstorm. Okay, I'll let this Surveil happen. They like the card. Okay. Forcing Daze sucks. No one likes doing that. But the whole point of this video is to get a Chaos Defiler to resolve. Okay, well, it didn't resolve, but it won the match technically, so I'm going to count it. And now I'm going to side it out. But I'll bring it back on the... Well, no, I'll leave it in. Fuck it. I also like having a Spellbomb against Delver. Yeah, let's get Red Blast. Anything that kills a creature is good. Didn't reveal a third color, so I don't know how good Flusterstorm is going to be. So instead, well, we can start here. Take a Flusterstorm over a Force. This looks pretty good. Hand looks great. Any hand with Lightning Bolt is pretty good against this deck. Ponder. Okay. Happy to see that, not a turn 1 creature. And I feel like we don't really have any bad draws outside like Chaos Defiler, I guess. Anything expensive. Like Kolaghan's Command is not a great draw either. That's okay though. Let's just ponder. Yeah, these are all great. DRC, sure. And go. Okay, that feels pretty good to me. Bolt on sight. Force. I respect it. I mean, that is a good line when you know that you have to be dealing damage. They keep the card as well. I can't force back. It'd be irresponsible. I wonder if I should hit this Ponder with Cling first before they... I'll do it on their upkeep. Or no, I should do it right now. They might be able to make use of that mana if they have like days. They do have days. And that's another Surveil that they'll probably just keep on top, right? Yeah. Okay. Hopefully they don't hit Delirium, but it's highly possible. Delver. So we'll draw Molten Collapse. I think Strix has to be the play this turn, because I don't want to lose to another Daze. If they deal with Strix, K-Command will start doing some pretty crazy stuff. I imagine they have like a Bolt or a Pyroblast. Another Strix is pretty frickin' great. I don't think I'll need to force. Bolt, yep. Taking some damage here, but they're almost out of resources. And it's not guaranteed that Delver's gonna flip either. Ideally it's not Wasteland. Okay. Oh, and they're not Delirious either. So we're actually in fairly good shape right now. See if I got stifled. No. Okay. Shields down on Force of Will. Forcing that. Yeah, that makes sense. And they throw Delta in the graveyard. Yeah, I should collapse this one for sure, because if they become Deliriums, then K-Command cannot answer DRC while it will be able to hit this Delver, but it does not flip. Did they draw Murktide? Oh, they drew Wasteland. Well, that's a little annoying, but ultimately I think we'll be okay. I can pick up Strix and destroy Delver. And Surveil. I think that might be better. The longer we can hold off on K-Command, the better, I think. This is much less mana efficient. Okay, yeah, they don't want to fight through these Bowmasters. Cool. Yeah, Delver is a great matchup. What can I say? Let's go for that 4-1. And I cast Chaos Defiler, so this video is a success. Here we are in the final match. We won the die roll, and we opened a Chaos Defiler, so we have to keep it. Oh, and there's also like at least one land. Alright. Let's see what happens, huh? There's no trophy on the line. We just gotta see what's going on with Chaos Defiler. Oh, goodness. Well, maybe we'll destroy a Maelstrom Wanderer. We need to start clocking yesterday, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab an Underground Sea here. Deploy Bowmasters. With 2 bolts, it might be fast enough. You never know. Molten Collapse, that's not going to help. Nimble Obstructionist might be able to stop a Cascade. But that would require me to draw land like next turn. And if they just have natural, what's it called? Creative Technique. Okay, well we hit the land. Could be doing it. Chaos Defiler is a pretty hefty clock, I must say. I mean, it should be for 5 mana. Okay. Despite boarding party, despite actually a lot of cards in their deck being able to be answered by lightning bolt, I think this is 100% necessary. Cling to Dust. Well, if they're like a Throes of Chaos build, which they're probably not because they would have cast it last turn, could be good. We'll see. Tega. Not used to seeing that deck, or that card in this deck. Oh, they do have Throes of Chaos. Well, I could counter this Cascade trigger because it doesn't do anything else. And I don't have a counter spell, so yeah, I kind of have to. Then I can hit it with Cling to Dust, and hopefully they just won't have anything else after that. But that's kind of a big ask. Ooh, Brainstorm. Brainstorm's good. Ponder is probably better. Yeah, okay. So now it's Brainstorm and get rid of Molten Collapse and Chaos Defiler, unfortunately. And then I guess I'll get a Badlands. Yeah, why not? Hit the throws. Hopefully they don't have something else to do. Maybe get across the line next turn. We'd have to like find another Lightning Bolt, I think. Mossfire Valley. Here we go. Wow. Tybalt's Trickery. I guess they have to counter Call Forth the Tempest, right? And they hit Creative Technique. Wow. And I hit Force of Will, so I'll counter Creative Technique. I don't think they really are in the business of whiffing, though. They hit Violent Outburst. So now they hit, what, Tybalt's Trickery? Which counters Violent Outburst. And then they cast Call Forth the Tempest. And shuffle their deck back into their library. We've almost certainly lost. Are they going to demonstrate? Do they have to? They have so many Cascade triggers. Kolaghan's Command? Sure. I guess I'll get Nimble Obstructionist back and deal 2 damage to you. I guess there's a world in which we just like... What if I flip Snapcaster Mage off a... Whoa, is that Call Forth the Tempest? Holy cow. Another Creative Technique. Alright, demonstrate me some burn, please. Oh, they're not going to do it? Lame. Apex Devastator. Holy cow. Atali. You get a Baleful Strix. If you want. Oh yeah, they do want. Trickery. They counter Strix. They don't want to draw cards, I guess. Another Apex Can't even talk anymore. It's hard to tell what's going on here. But I think you get the idea, right? They're comboing. Okay, they're casting an Emrakul. I think that's good enough for me. We can see their whole deck. So this is kind of like the new form of Mississippi River. It's a fun deck to play against. So I'll take Hydroblast and Flusterstorm and Surgical and Thoughtseize for sure. I think that's it. Oh, maybe Force of Despair too. Yeah, I think that's actually good. When all the dust settles and they're done, I think they still attack you with creatures. And this will destroy Emrakul, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I think I need to cut Chaos Defiler. It just seems so bad for this matchup. Then I'll cut a Lightning Bolt. Cling is weirdly good. Can trim Basic Mountain, because most of the stuff we'll do against this deck is either 1 or free. Molten Collapse, Edict. Kolgon's Command is not very efficient. And then, yeah, you want blue cards, and also Jace is just really good at turning the corner. Yep. It'll be a bummer if they have a ley line of Sanctity, but they don't. I don't even know if Mississippi River can afford to play ley lines either. I think it messes with like the theory of Cascade. What's going on? Okay, I think I should take Creative Technique, right? Is that right? I think so. I think you don't want trickeries in your hand. In fact, yeah, you definitely don't want trickery in your hand. I don't know why they didn't bottom it. Maybe the rest of their hand was just terrible. This deck seems bad against Wasteland. Force of Despair, cool. See if that comes up. For now, though, I need to cast Bowmasters. It's imperative to apply pressure. Ancient Tomb, okay. I wonder if they're going to trickery my Bowmasters. That could backfire on them, but it also could not, because I have a lot of cards I would not want to cast. No. Ponder. Yeah, I think it's better than nothing. So I probably go like this, and then mill the Brainstorm off the top. Then I'll Ponder again next turn, while holding up Force of Despair. And I'll probably just Lightning Bolt at the end of turn, in all actuality. Tega. If at any point I can cast Surgical on Creative Technique, I think I'm in good shape. Lightning Bolt doing its best time lock impression, taking a turn off the clock. Okay. Ponder. Hydroblast. I think that's good enough for now. Then I'll Ponder again next turn. Crystal Vein, go. I wish I could add to the clock, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Am I really just gonna hold out for Surgical here? Like, that seems really weak. It can't be better than drawing a card and then putting this in my graveyard. Ponder. There we go. So next turn I'll probably snap Thoughtseize. Or maybe I just want to snap Bolt at the end of turn. Yeah, I probably should do that. This should make them think twice about using that Ancient Tomb. Because it would put them dead to Bowmasters. Nice. I guess I can bring back Chaos Defiler for the last game of the league, right? I have to, I think. Do I? I don't know. I mean, now Spellbomb is not bad if you can counter or deal with that first wave of Throws of Chaos and then hit it. Maybe draw a card on the way too. The deck just feels really lean and mean. I guess Kolaghan's Command is pretty bad. And I guess having a 5-power beater is not the worst thing. This is tough. I do think it's a keep though, just because they don't go off on turn 1. And we have pressure. Hickory Woodlot. Okay. That was a pretty good draw. I need that free interaction though. So the plan is definitely get Volcanic Island with this Lorien revealed. And then depending on our draw step, either Brainstorm or Ponder. If we draw a fetch land, we'll Brainstorm. What the heck's going on right now? Oh, Violent Outburst? Interesting. Tybalt's Trickery. Into Trumpeting Carnosaur. And they're going to discover 5. So, what does that mean? Do I need to Surgical Tybalt's Trickery in response? I think so, right? Or wait, does that mean they can flip Creative Technique? Okay, yeah, they can just get Creative Technique with this. So that's really bad. Hopefully they hit Violent Outburst. Oh, they hit Tybalt's Trickery. Well, that's good for me, I guess. They do have a 7-5 though, which is pretty scary. But they had to use some resources to do it, right? Well, not even really. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of any of this. Cling to Dust. Not great. 7-6. Jace can bounce it. Do I even really want to bounce it though? Not really. Let's Ponder. Force of Despair. I can't cast it because it's it's templated wrong. So I guess I Thoughtseize. Pick up a land. So I draw a land next turn. I should be able to survive. And I do think Thoughtseize is kind of important. See what's going on. Okay. Well, I guess the move is take Violent Outburst. Or no, I could just take Creative Technique. Surgical Violent Outburst, get that one out of their hand. Although, is there any point in taking Violent Outburst if I can Surgical Tybalt's Trickery? Yeah, I think that's the play. They shouldn't be able to hit anything off Violent Outburst anymore. And they have 4 Throws of Chaos that are also dead draws. We just need to not die to this Carnosaur and I think we're good. Well, I could also just bounce it with Brazen Borrower. What a long day it's been. Ideally, they can't cast this again until I also Surgical Creative Technique. Oh god. Oh, they drew Creative Technique? Crazy. Okay, should I Brainstorm? Then I can't Flusterstorm. Yeah, I'll just take the Shuffle for now. Are they going to demonstrate it? Yeah, they are. Ponder. Find me a Fluster. Force of Will, Force of Will. I don't know if that's good enough. It handles one of them, so I could brainstorm and look for... It'd have to be another Force blue card. Jeez. I guess one Force is better than nothing. Then yeah, now let's cast Brainstorm. Nope. Alright. See what the first one flips. Call forth the Tempest? Yikes. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out. I could counter this. I think I should try and counter this creative technique though. Throws a Chaos, at least that's kind of dead. Oh man, Force of Despair, that's right, I forgot about Force of Despair. That was like right underneath. Another Carnosaur. And yeah, I just countered this, I think. But how do I beat these two 7/6s? It's like impossible. I needed frickin' Force of Despair, it turns out. But I mean, yeah, I just need to counter this. Yep, they got it. Right? Yeah, I can gain 6. That was wild. I think I messed that up somewhere. I think I was supposed to somehow... Because I have cards in my hand, but maybe I wouldn't have had access to the Throes of... Or the Force of Despair. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I probably messed that up. Well... I feel like I've tried to record this video so many times now, and Chaos Defiler just never really shows up. And I don't think it would be helpful in any way if this was more of like a 2 of, or even a 3 of. I'd see it more, but I don't think I'd be able to cast it any more easily. I just don't really think the meta is very hospitable for like a Ravenous Chupacabra right now, especially at 5 mana. If it was like a more like scaled down effect and lower on the curve, I could see this maybe working out. But I'm just not sold on Chaos Defiler yet. But I'll keep trying it. It's a cool card, it's fun. And yeah, I'll leave it there, and I'll see y'all next time.